like in the heat of the revival in Pensacola?
You're talking about a time of extraordinary spiritual intensity. There's no other way to describe it. Everything happening with such an urgency. Crowds coming from around the world, people getting online 12 hours before the night meeting started every day for many, many months, just with a hunger to meet with God. People getting saved in the parking lot, waiting online to get into a meeting. They didn't even know why they were coming, and yet God met them there. The hunger, the thirst, the nonstop activity. My ministry schedule at those times was between 80 and 100 hours a week. Just unrelenting, experiencing God in a deeper, more profound way, just the joy of His presence. You feel like you're living in a dream, seeing these things happening you've prayed for and longed for so many years. Now they're happening in front of your eyes, transform lives, and then people in the school being equipped and sent out, the testimonies. At the same time, there's constant attack, there's constant controversy. The demonic pressure was hard to describe. I've told people that the highs, spiritually speaking, were like nothing I'd ever known, and the lows, spiritually speaking, were like nothing I'd ever known. And in retrospect, you think, oh, if we'd instituted this to help other leaders, or if we had worked this out or that, well, it's so hard in the midst of everything because of the intensity. It's like you're in a boat, you're out in the ocean, you've got the waves pounding, you've got 20, 30-foot waves coming, you've got the wind blowing, and all you can do is basically keep that boat going in the right direction, or not even that, just stay afloat. And sometimes in the midst of revival, that's how it is. You'd be so exhausted some nights, you think, I just can't do this. And then you'd say, hey, you don't know how long this is going to last. The famous Leonard Raven will quote, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. You don't know how long this is going to last. And second, people have come from around the world hungry and thirsty. You can tell them you're tired. And third, God's really touching people. They're responding to the messages. When we lay hands on them, they're being transformed. When they hear the word, they're embracing it. So there was that sense of urgency, and yet that sense of dreamlike joy, look at what God is doing, and then a constant jealousy to see lasting fruit come out of it. That was the intensity we were in the midst of day in, day out for several years.